Trendsetter, I got style.
It's only 8 a.m. I won't do it for the gram. I know I'm on a man. I'm my 2020. Whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020. Reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Wrote inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundromat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it.
Good morning all. Hope we are all well. Hope everyone is doing good. And we got GJ dumping here. Let me see how all systems go. But we do have GJ dumping here. Big fat dump. So we've had a bit of news overnight here. Started off, back here, Bank of Japan daily open, basically at the daily open started announcing some stuff, and now we're seeing some more and more stuff roll in. We can see Udia spoke here, talking about his inflation and what he thinks, and then we see some sort of news here with unscheduled Bank of Japan, trying to do some unscheduled bond buying, which I think this is already priced in. I mean, if we look at the move since, yesterday night, we're running at like 134 pip move. So it seems pretty priced in for me, at the moment here. So I do think that all of that news is being priced in. And basically, we're just seeing, them again talk about, trying to shift policy here, right? So we're seeing this being priced into the market, and it's moving overnight here, which is, of course, frustrating for us who trade London. But again, this is outside of our control. If you were up for Asian, then you would have been able to capitalize on this move. I think very early in the morning here, this move right here could have been a nice option. I think the close below here and breaking this low would have been a nice option for sells here. But if you follow your plan and only trade during your trading window, then you leave this, right? You know, and it's not something you can do. So yeah, the problem is the first pullback is ours. Tell me about it, right? I mean, this is what, you know, everyone is gonna try jump up into this, and don't have FOMO. Don't, you know, we need to still trade the same way we always trade. Nothing changes. So we wait for solid options and look to capitalize off that. What worries me with these type of big pushes over Asian is that London wants to come in and reverse here before continuing down, and it becomes 50-50. Like, you know, London could still continue this move. We could see London traders want to still buy up the yen here, which makes the pound weaker, or they can come in and buy up the pound, you know, and say, okay, I'm retracing some of this move, which makes it hard for us, right? Which makes it hard for us. You know, London pullback, then setup 2. Yeah, that's probably what I'd be looking for, like a deep London, or if a London gives it like a setup 5 here, we could trade the London pullback. Because price has created support. Because if we look at a 4 hour, we basically reach target. So let's go ahead and do the analysis here. So based on a daily time frame, we have space till around probably 183.400 today. That's it. So not much room we have, you know, for downside here. It's kind of already done this move. This daily time frame has moved, you know, opened up, no top wick here, and dumped towards the downside, and we're basically almost at target based on a daily time frame. So if we were to target a place on the daily, it's going to be this 183.400 here. So, you know, that is target on the daily. Moving down to 4 hour time frame, similar target coming in here, which I do have marked. I will actually move this up, make sure it lines up with the daily as well. Because that is an important zone. I mean, we can call it like 500 here, but we'll just mark this up here. Oops, that's not the color I want. Let's go style, change this up, and then mark this as a 4 hour support, well, daily support. So that is our daily support. How does that look on the 4 hour? Yeah, literally just above there. Yeah, so 4 hour again, we have close below this range on the 4 hour, which is good, right? Which is pretty crazy because, you know, in the beginning, right, like 20 minutes before this 4 hour close, I believe it was somewhere up here, and it's just dumped down just like that. And immediately off this 4 hour open, we've got already a 25 pip move here, and it's dumping, man. It's just continuing down here. So, you know, you have to kind of just sit. I mean, what can you do here, right? It's just going down. The time you press sell, it's probably going to reverse on you here. You know, this 15-minute and 30-minute no top wick here, I need some sort of pullback to continue sells. At least set up 3, just something. I'm not going to rip sells on the lows here after all these 5-minute candle closing bearish here. I need some sort of structure, and preferably a top wick on this 30, even though it doesn't have to happen. A 15 I wouldn't be too worried about, but a 30 I would like a top wick. So I do have a 15-minute support here. This is from some old levels that I have drawn here. And let's go and see how that lines up, if that's still relevant. Yeah, it is still relevant. So we do have a target here, which is around, yeah, 183.561, and then probably below that is where sells is going to make sense. We have around 5 pips to 500, and hopefully no reaction there, and it can just dump down to the daily support, and that'll basically be the only trade I see, unless we could pull back here, because unfortunately this whole LTA here was taken overnight. So that's, you know, we have to trade back inside the range, which is the hardest place to trade, right? It's not where the easy moves are. If this is just going to keep continuing down here, then just have to watch it bleed at this moment. You FOMO in here, this is what's going to, you know, damage you long term here, because there's just simply nothing you can really do, right? It's just one of those days, and, you know, that's okay. At the end of the day, the worst thing that I do not want to happen here, still a possibility, of course, and I rather wait for a proper setup, but the worst thing is to try take a sell here and end up taking a loss, and then you look at the day and you're like, how the hell did I lose selling in this move? You know, it's a little bit embarrassing, right? So yeah, these targets are always hit sooner or later. What about we just do that? Less stress, right? What do you mean? Just rip sell and hold? Yeah, if you rip sell, you have to hold big stop loss though, you know? So I just don't like that idea though. Swings? Yeah, but there was no real entry for swing, right? Let's see if we got the 4 hour close below. That's your entry. Your entry for swing was once we had a 4 hour candle leaving this zone here, right? which was 2 a.m. my time. So not trading at 2 a.m. my time to be able to capitalize off this. But as long as we stayed in this range, there was no downside. But as soon as we had a 4-hour candle leaving that zone, that's where the easy move comes, and that's your only option. So yeah, that's how it is. So let's have a look at gold until GJ gives us some form of pullback. We are rejecting off this zone, which is nice to see it at least respecting something. And hopefully if it does respect it, we could get pullbacks to look for continuous downside here. We can continue the momentum here and see what we end up doing with it. So on gold, on the other hand, gold is a little bit of a mess here. If we look at the daily time frame close on gold here, it has closed bullish, creating a support. We do have a rejection. It's kind of just messing between here. For me personally, gold is waiting for NFP. All right, so gold is waiting for NFP this Friday, and we're seeing it range. Yesterday's news wasn't too exciting, and it's just range. It's just ranging gold at the moment. You can see it's in a very tight range here and being inconsistent, and that's what will happen. We cannot predict this inconsistency before, but you know, obviously this became an inconsistent zone, hence seeing these random moves here towards the upside and downside. So basically I'm not touching gold in this range. I don't think it's viable. Be careful if price does close below this range. Look for some sort of 5-minute retest or something, because you don't want to get caught out in fake outs, because it would be very similar to this. If I come and draw a line where this range is, you can see that if I draw a line like right here, you can see that this ended up being a fake out. So I don't see why this zone doesn't keep faking out. Probably sells are going to be safer below 2023 here. 2023 you probably see safer sells. Yeah, that's what I would expect. Below 2023 safer sells, and you can basically move this up to the top of the range here. You have a little bit of a mid-range right here, and basically delete. So that's your range. So pretty messy here, and yeah. Who else is taking buys with 100 pip stop loss? On GJ, be careful. What do you mean setup 1, 2, or 3? You have those videos on YouTube or your subscription? Nope, that video is for free on YouTube. We do have that video. You can go check that out. It's here on my channel. It's called Top 3 Price Action. This one right here, Top 3 Price Action Entries. Right, so check it out. You can find out about all those entries. And yeah, that's basically what we're looking at here. Hi Harry here. You can start now. Thanks. Waiting for me. GBPUSD. If we looked at gold, let's see, GBPUSD should be similar to GJ. It's not. It's moving opposite. That's good. That shows that this is purely yen, which is good, of course. Daily close bearish here. You have till around this daily support. 4-hour on the other hand is creating a small rejection. Just seems to be off this last level here. Brian's thinking a setup 2 for GU here. So let's have a look at if I agree. Yeah, I think if we can respect these highs would be good for that. Let's see what we have. Probably you want to set up 2, but something closing below this, right? Because that's your previous range. Because you don't want to get stuck in something like this, where price basically comes back and does that. Because the 1-hour close is bullish. So you kind of want price to close back below, and then it kind of acts like also a setup 4. Fake out of this, back inside the range, and you can look for downside movement. I think that would be nice. So yeah, that's what I'd look on GU. As for GJ here, we do have this 15-minute close here. 30-minute is still open with no top wick here. So we are respecting. So probably we need something closing below 561 here, and then, you know, to try see if we can catch a scalp here. That's basically the only thing I can populate here to try use volume. It's tough to try, you know. This is a day where you have to be happy to accept that you are selling the lows of the move. Like if you're going to try get into this move, you have to be happy to accept you are trying to sell the lows of this move, and you can get caught in a reversal at any time. So you have to potentially take a losing trade in such a move down, which sucks, right? But if there's opportunity, you sometimes can give yourself a shot here. So that's how it is. There's anyone here on YouTube chat know of any trade manager EA that can set orders on wick highs and lows without manually entering price? No, I don't think there is. Can't you just code one? I took a buy on USD CAD and my stop loss get hit. Can you please tell me your mistake? USD CAD. Yeah, we can have a small look here at USD CAD. But you haven't told me where you took a buy, so I don't know how your stop can be. You told me not to code no more. Yeah, but why do you need that? Well, why do you need it to enter on? What you needed to do, set orders, wicks, highs or lows. Oh, you mean for like to enter on price? Where did you enter on USD CAD? Yeah, break of highs, break of lows. Yeah, we're in the works with something like that. Just be quick with your finger, man. Come on. Tick, press it. I wonder if this 30 will end up flipping, making a top wick here. Let's see. Do you agree we're coming to a daily support resistance flip? Let's see. No, not really. That was up here. Now we're coming down just to a daily support, essentially. It's a very extended move. What I worry here is that London will want to give a deep pullback. I don't know how much I trust selling below the lows here. It just feels so wrong to me to try sell after such a heavy move here. Feels like I'm just trying to jump in, but maybe I can give it like a half risk opportunity or something just to see if we can get from point A to point B. But you know, I do think that that would be the only option. The only level we have here stopping price is 500, but we have space to 500. It sucks that we have to trade in this hard range and then overnight price gets to fill this. Like, come on, man. That's like easy work here. That's not fair. But the good thing is we're not just having a stupid, you know, we're not having a stupid, you know, push down here where it's like pushing through everything. At least we're respecting some levels. So we know that price action has respected. After it broke 13600, 660, let's see it. 1.3660. Yeah, you probably, after it closed above here, you probably run stops below the range here. And then you got stopped out. Yeah, the only thing I'd say for this is find out what this rejected, right? That's the number one thing. So if this hasn't rejected anything, then it's a probability trade. So daily, you're fine. 4 hour, you're also fine. 1 hour, you're starting to build something here. And 30 minute, you're fine. Yeah, so this zone, you're basically fine in this zone, so it hasn't rejected anything. The second thing you have to look at here is, okay, the time you took the trade at. This is not really a tradable time on USD, especially USD CAD. This is two pairs that are not trading in London. You're trading the USD and the CAD. Those are two banks that are closed during London. So that's not viable to trade a breakout, because with breakout you expect volume. And for me, I would have gone break of 4 hour high. So that would have been my last adjustment. Otherwise, the idea was fine. You just have to notice the traits, right? The idea was fine. I think 681 would have been my entry if we broke that. Otherwise, I don't have any issues with this trade. The problem I have is that USD CAD during London session. I don't know the probabilities of that movement during that time. But for me, it doesn't seem wise. I felt the same the last thunder. This was a interesting option here for sure. To continue this momentum here. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the analysis, be sure to leave a like. You know the drill. How much we got in here? 400 of us in here, 71 likes. You know, do the YouTube business, get the likes up to at least 150. Would appreciate it. Would appreciate it. You guys know the business. Do you think on Euro USD we can short from the top of the range? Let's see. Is it bearish though? That's the question. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could start to make sense. I think easy shorts would be below the range here, but yeah, you could. If it starts to create, especially change of structure is easy work. Recommend Tradecopier. I have two accounts. Want my secondary account to follow my main account. Forex Tradecopier does not have macOS version. Not sure of one. Just liked. Thank you, thank you. Better not to force a trade. We wait for our opportunity. Will come London session. We'll have more clear entries. The day is long, boys and girls. Yes, I do agree. We have to be a little bit patient, especially after such a heavy move of Asian. I do not want to get caught in any type of reversal here. Trade Copier is really good for and available for Mac. Well, apparently, Maya, it's called Trade Copier. Social Trader Tools, I think, is a bit outdated. They have a new one. I think it is called Trade Copier, which is super good. Gbpjpy hit higher time frame reversal. It hit a 4-hour level. Yes, we're at this 4-hour type of support down here. So, in this whole block here. Everywhere in here is kind of a support. So if we were to look at this zone that we tap 1, 2, 3, 4 times here, broke out, faked out, retested it, then we're inside of that zone. I sold at 184. Do you think I'll be fine holding through London Open? Yeah, you should be. So the way I would manage this is, if I was trying to hold here, is I would basically, well, first of all, I would look to, probably if I was looking to trade this as a runner, I would close something, because even from 184, you're not from the origin of the move. The origin of the move was up here. So if you were selling from like 184 600s, that's a spot where you can just be like, I'm okay holding, because you have structure, right? Anything closing back above 184, you can close or secure something as long as it keeps respecting this. But if your entry is right here at 184, realistically, price could just go here, give a fat retracement to 184 and still continue down, because this I don't really consider as too much structure. This is a little bit more significant than this, and then 184 key level. So probably, you know, then that would come back to your entry. So personally, if I was you, I would look to have secured something already, and then I could just trail, you know. I don't expect this to break 1 hour highs here, right? I don't expect, if I wanted this to go down, right? I don't expect it to get above, you know, 5-minute structure. So it should respect this zone right here. That's how I would manage it as well, to try hold runners. Good morning. What happened to GJ? Man, it dumped overnight with Bank of Japan. Mr. Big Boy speaking here. He spoke. Uday spoke. The DS plan, bearish bias, buy and sell. So on bearish bias, why are you looking for buys above this zone if we have bearish bias? That's your counter trend option. And if it is your counter trend option, yeah, so for me, the rules of counter trend is to break second structure. So if you're going to take this option here, you need to look for support above and then to break it. That's counter trend. Otherwise, this is where we're looking for setup 4, right? Setup 4, we're looking from here. Yeah. So this would be a setup 4 zone. So you could plan a setup 4 from here. You're looking to skip all of this zone here. And then sell below after here. Or sell from all the way up there. Yeah, I guess that's more to stay out of the messy range. Yeah, don't trust it. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's also a good plan. Sell zone. Yeah, I think this could be a little bit tough without volume here. Below, right below here. I think below this would be easier. But you can get to break even as fast as possible. That's how you'd have to run it. Good, we're not at historical lows, so why would they be intervening? They don't have to intervene. Yeah, I agree with that chop on the, I saw it. Yep. You could try sell below this line here where you're into and use daily as a break-even zone, you know? Hi Harry, what is setup 4 and 5? This is just another part of my setup book. We discuss it in the exclusive group there. There's videos about it. It's two other setups, but all setups are based on 1, 2, 3. They're the fundamental setups. But 4 and 5 I like to explain a little bit more in depth. That's why I just shared with the exclusive group, because people need to really understand 1, 2, 3, right? I mean, if we go and we see the material here, if we go look at the fundamental videos, you'll see my website won't lag here. Give it a sec. Log me out probably. Everyone buying Japanese made goods for Christmas, currency goods high in demand. Yeah, that's, you know, we are seeing that come into play here. So if you go in my exclusive content here, you'll be able to see. So the setups here, right? So we have here the main setups, and then look, we have setup 5 even separately. See, 1, 2, 3 is fundamental. All the other setups are variations of those. But like, look, just explaining setup number 5 is a 15-minute video. I put that on YouTube, no one will want to watch it and no one will appreciate it and will use it properly. And that's my main thing, is I need to make sure people are using it properly. So people in the exclusives, they can basically ask me and get feedback on it. Because if people don't use it properly, then they just say, oh, it doesn't work, man, it doesn't work. What you're doing doesn't work. When it does, but they're not doing it properly. Hey, yo, are you legit? Well, that's up for you to make that decision, right? That's not up to me. I just do my thing here. I mean, you can go and see our track record if that's enough for you, with all the YouTube links to all the trades that I've taken. Wow. 15-minute here, open. No top wick here on the 15 as well. And open dump here. Just open dumps here. Don't know how much I trust this. I probably need still a 15 closing below 561. Would be better. We won 20 pips today. What if we lose 20 pips today? What are you going to do? What would you say the best prop firm is? At what point where you learned the skill? I'm at the point where I've learned the skill enough. Stick to the big guys, man. Just stick to the big guys. I think don't go with the small prop firms offering flashy deals and all of this stuff and good prices. Just stick to the guys who are well known, because they'll have a lot of business and then you can get payouts. I think the only people who don't pay out are, I think prop firms only don't pay out when they have a bad month in terms of business and if they're too small. Yo, Ziggy, what's up, man? Yeah, this is making markets hard here. Again, another 30-minute no top wick here. Back-to-back 30 minutes with no top wick. This is hard. I mean, you have 5, 10, 15 minutes. No, more. You have 20 minutes of upside here. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 minutes of upside. and one candle just to reverse that no top wick open dump, right? And it's also the 1 hour candle, right? Keep in mind this is the 1 hour candle here as well. Are you human? But if I wasn't, then I think I could have probably a higher win rate here and make a lot more money. If you could think like a human but not feel emotional like a human, then you would make a lot of money. What do you think about funded next? Not sure. I've never tried any, so I can't give my opinion. I'll only give my opinion about something that I've personally used. Yeah, damn. Check this out, man. Funded next spreads are nice. Well, that's feedback for someone who's probably used it. German news. Did we have a bit of German news going on? Yeah, I don't think this is enough to cause it here. We had some Gbpjpy Hillfax news here, which is properties. So we're seeing properties increase, which is good. I do believe this is real estate. Change in the price of homes finance. Yes. Hey mate, found your channel through Insta. Love the content. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. Welcome. Hope you enjoy the content. Hey bro, do you know Nick? No, I don't know who that guy is, man, unfortunately. Should I? I lost 2% in a challenge today trying to counter trend buy because the 1 hour and 4 hour no top wick. Yeah, that's not that's tough, man. When momentum is so heavy and we're having, you know, full momentum towards the downside, it's tough to try buy this. You're trying to call bottoms and call tops. Yes, it could make, but we don't want to fight momentum here, you know? You're better off just closing your eyes and pressing sell, to be honest. You know, and look at this candle out of nowhere. This is a testing time in the market. So this will really test how disciplined can you be, how much can you follow your plan here, and we will see. Right? I promise you there'll be two types of people today. There'll be people who get lucky because they just press sell and it works out, but they're going to give that back. So now we reach the daily support. So that's target met for the day. Right? That was kind of like if I was looking for sells below here, at least I would need at least a 5, I would hope for just a 5-minute close below here. Or at least, maybe at least one 5-minute candle closing bearish, and then the next one I can maybe take impulsively. But not even that I got. Then I could look at this as like a, you know, a target here. Right? That's 13 pips already. Bro, can you send your journal, Excel or app Discord to me, my journal trade? No, you can just make your own copy. You can go to the journal, press file, make your own copy. Took buys from the bottom of the range on gold, moved BE according to my plan, got stopped up by one nasty dump, ended up hitting TP anyways. Ouch, yeah, bottom of the range, when we're ranging, you have to just leave it, man. You have to leave it. Because this is a range trade. So if you buy the bottom of the range, yes, it's the best place to buy. I do agree with that, but you have to leave it. You either TP or SL, bottom of the range. Because you expect it to look, go and check any range, even look at like a GJ range here. When it comes to the bottom of the range, you'll get this inconsistency, then it ends up coming up. That's the only difference. When we move aggressive to BE is when we have a trending move, because we don't expect the trend to stop. But overall, it's okay. It's not the worst thing. I mean, especially if this big candle here, I don't see too much of an issue. Going BE after 25 pips here. It's not too much of an issue. 25 pip move. Going BE. I don't. If you went BE before that 25 pip move, I think it's a little early. But after that, I can agree. No point of losing that trade, right? Avoid GJ today, you'll trade oil? Yeah, it's a little bit tough, man. It's tough. Unless you just sell lows here and hope to get lucky. You know, that's basically your option here. Hope momentum continues. You could just sell this low here, put stops 32 pips here, and just try get like a 13 pip move. Just remember you're selling at daily support. So long term, I wouldn't recommend this. Really long term, I wouldn't recommend this. So don't think you get away with this all the time. But today, you could get away with it. I put a buy stop instead of a sell stop on GJ and went to make coffee. Luckily, you managed to close at BE. That's good, man. GJ Daily has no top wick? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. The moment I sell, it will reverse 200 pips, I bet. Yeah, man. It'd be like that. Especially now. The lower you get, the more higher chance that becomes. Is it true that they are printing it so it appeals to the retailers? No, they print it so that they can have negative interest rates. Screen blurry? Adjust your quality to full quality. You won't have a blurry screen. So nothing to do with creating traps to take retailers stop loss? How will retailers stop loss do anything if most of them are on B-book? It's not. It's liquidity. The game of liquidity is for big. Wow, look at this pullback, man. Sheesh. What was that? Like an 8 pip pullback in seconds? 9 pip pullback. May do what? How can we identify manipulation is being carried out? Full random move happens. That's manipulation for sure. My funded account challenge is lagging 1 to 2 seconds below my live account. Good. Set up a bot that can compare your live account to your funded account and pass it very quickly. Hopefully you don't get caught. 1 to 2 seconds, you can make tons of money. Thanks for the great work. God bless you, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. USD JPY? Yeah, this thing should be going. Where's my USD JPY? Yo, what's up there? Yeah, it's doing the same. Dump, dump, dump. USD JPY looks like it has more room than GJ though. Probably down to this 600. We're almost at 146 key level though. It's the exact same candle we had on GJ. There's that another pullback again. Keeps coming up to daily support heavy, man. Look at this. This keeps picking liquidity here very quick. And this is no joke. That 1 minute candle there is like 6 pips. More than 6. Look at this. Boom. Pops up. 7 pips, comes back down. 7 pips, comes back down. All the people trying to jump in on lower time frame here. Spread jumping. Stops. Great psychological traps to take retailers out. Markets are just built like that. They are rigged to psychologically make you lose. That's how markets work. Markets are rigged to psychologically make you lose. That's why most people lose. They will instill FOMO. It will instill greed. It will instill hope. All of those factors are counteractive. Right? Because what will happen is, that's why I was asking printing, so that appeals to the retailers. Printing what, Claudio? Printing what? Printing the chart that yes. Oh, okay. I thought you meant printing money. I was like, that's why I'm getting confused. Yeah, of course. The way that the charts move, 100%. Yeah, for sure, man. Especially lower time frame, 1 minute stuff. Exactly. The chart, that's why you have to have such a solid plan and strategy. That's why I like to trade off closures, because if you're trading off reactions, like look at this shit that's just happening, man. Look at this 1 minute candle come up here. I mean, imagine you sold like on this 1 minute, you're suddenly in 6 pip drawdown here, then you're back in profit, and now you go back in drawdown. Whereas if you just stick to like the 15-minute close, none of this matters. And this is why hindsight trading also is not good, because oh, it's an easy move, man. This moved easily. But if you're holding a trade here where you sold the lows here, look at this, man. This is crazy, you know. We're pulling back up, 11 pip pullbacks, you know. Again, no top wick on 15 minute. This is mad, man. Just pure momentum here. You forgot fevers and nightmares? Yeah, I mean, you know, charts are there to... That's why you have to have that approach where you... that's why you have to have an approach where you can replicate over time. If you don't have that approach, then it's just going to mess you up. Especially on days like this where, you know... It's hard because if you even trade a lower time frame here, you're getting messed up. Like, these pullbacks are not fun, man. You trading with your proper lot size, that just pulled back 6-7 pips, you know. When our average stop is double this, you know, that's like you're half in drawdown. Isn't seeing the yen pumping so hard concerning? It's Udia's speech. It's a speech he said, and it's just dumping this shit. I mean, I wonder if we'll just get some sort of at least 5-minute pullback here to try continue this shit. That's what I'm looking for here. At least like a quick 1-to-1, you know? How can I copy the Excel? I don't get it, bro. As I said, you go to my free Discord, right? Join the free Discord. Any scammer that messaged you, not me. Once you join the free Discord, go to resources. You'll find the Excel there. Look here, Tradesharpe Stream Journal. All right. Once you do that, go to the Stream Journal, click File, make a copy. All right. Very simple. Download if you want it as an Excel. You can download as an Excel. Give me a sec, guys. Let me just go toilet. Yo, this thing, where is this wants to go, man? We need at least with this volume in the market, at least some sort of 5-minute pullback here. I will rip sell on a 5-minute pullback just based off this momentum. Time to FOMO? Yeah, with this momentum, full margin FOMOs. I'm ready to blow my funded. Let's go. Let's do it. What's this drawing on the screen? Sup man, hope you're doing well. My setup mostly in ranging markets or news. I do take profit in them, but I've seen many traders advise to avoid both of these. Should I change my method? No, if you can trade in ranging markets, you have a skill. You have a good skill. And trading news, I don't agree. I don't agree trading news. Trading before and after, no problem. I think a retracement for the rest of the day might be a better option. It's not retracing, man. I mean, it's not even giving me 5-minute entry here. Target's 183 here. That's your next target, 183. Stops 424. I think, yeah, that would be like the safest stop here. But I wouldn't want to run such a big stop. I'd just scalp it on super low time frames. I mean, how much do you have from this spot down to here? Yeah, like 20 pips. Yeah, hopefully this 5-minute can chill like this and I can take a break of low. Where are we on the weekly though? I want to see this all relative. Where are we on the weekly? What a weekly candle. What's this? 182,700 max weekly target here. Yeah, next level is 183 basically. Then 300 for what stops. If you scalp it, then probably like, you know, if this 5 minute closes like this and you take a thunderstorm, probably above the high. Height of the 5 minute, yeah, that's probably what you would do. But you want it to close like a weak 5 minute candle, not after such a push. Probably set up 2 better. Yeah, anything now you're doing like a momentum based trade. It's a 50-50 to be honest. You could be right, you could be wrong. You know, it's simple as that here in this instance here. You know, I mean, there's just nothing else you can do. And this is the benefit of having profits, you know. Now we sell GJ 300 pip pullback. Yeah, that's why I said it's 50-50. Like, you just have to accept it. And you can go in with low risk just to try it or something. At this point, that's how it is now. There's no proper setup. You know, it's not like this is an easy trade. You're just using momentum. And if this wants to pull back now, then good, we'll wait. Was there any news in GJ today? Yes, there was. Bank of Japan speaking, announcing all different types of stuff here and there. Have you seen crude? No, I have not. Why do you prefer Forex trading? It's just something I have my edge in, you know? And I like the consistency of volume times. I like the... Yeah, I just like the way it moves. Gold ranging. Gold is ranging. Yep, I agree. Need to let it leave the range. I think they're just going to liquidate the whole day until it goes up on NFP. Yeah, gold can be very inconsistent till NFP. Especially tomorrow, today and tomorrow. Alright, 5 minute close here. Pretty deep 5 minute close. Would like to see at least a bearish 5 minute close here, to be honest. If not, then I might, you know, try to do some business here on 1 minute. But this will be the 15 close as well. And if this 15 closes like this with a long rejection wick, this is the first long rejection wick 15 minute close. So we need to take that not lightly. Right? Because anytime we've had heavy moves on GJ, whenever we are coming close towards an end of a move, I notice a rejection wick like this. We can go back and look at that. Right? Let's go back and do some research. So let's say these type of heavy moves here. Let's scroll back to these heavy moves down here. Let's see how it looked on 15 when it started to cool off. So this one just gave like a little bit of a doji candle. Let's continue and see the next heavy move down. There, so it just got weaker, 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 took liquidity here, and that was it. This one here, look, that type of rejection candle. See that rejection candle here? Where it closes like this with a long rejection, then that should start the reversal. Yeah, look, see? So if this candle ends up closing that same type of rejection candle, we have to be very careful. See? You have to be very careful that this, you can't take this lightly. If it wicks fills, then you're going against probability. going against probability. I'm personally waiting to see if GJ can get to 182,400 tapped for a buy. If it doesn't flip around here on the 183,200. Yep, if that's your plan. So do it. Could still rip though. It could, but until we need to make sure we have candles closing bearish, nicely bearish here. This is definitely a strong rejection candle, so we can't take that lightly. We need to trade what's in front of us. How many people we got in here? 600 of us today. Appreciate everyone showing up. If you guys enjoying the stream, be sure to do the YouTube business. Hate to say it, but you know, part of the game. Could leave a like, would appreciate it. Bring out the lobster? Oh, I hope. Lobster was taken from us overnight. See if this 5-minute can close a little bit deeper here, then maybe break of the lows start to make sense here. Let's see if this 5-minute can close a little bit deeper. Oh wow, Thomas. Hanko trade at the end scammed me, took out my balance, my initial withdrawal amount, and then they say I don't have sufficient funds. Really? Did you open a ticket with them? That's ridiculous, man. Continue fighting it, man. Continue fighting it. That's ridiculous, man. And it mind boggles me how many YouTubers promote it. Gonna withdraw my funds? Yeah, they need to give you that at least. You're entitled to that. Hanko trade been scamming? Yeah. Must say the delay on the stream is much better than it used to be. Yeah, I fixed a lot of settings. I spent some time and I redid everything. So now, yeah, 6 seconds delay, it's not bad. And that's maximum. That's as good as it's gonna probably get for a YouTube stream. I'm at the Chamber of Commerce this morning. Need to put a couple of guys on Twitter. Chat. Cheers, man. Take care. Harry might get some reversals today, and then hopefully NFP will give us the next move, you think? What are you talking about? Gold, or are you talking about GJ? Hi, Harry. Have you entered a trade yet, or just joined? Cheers? No, not yet, man. We're waiting. Showed up and price just decided to dump. Yeah, we will see. We will see. We will see what GJ does in NFP here. Day 14 were asking a view of ETC USD. I have a buy and I don't know when I should exit. Well, this is not a good plan. But since it's day 14, we will see ETC. What is ETC USD? Let's have a look. I don't even know what it is. Well, this thing's pumping, so you bought from 15. I would say your next take profit zone was, yeah, where it tapped. That's daily resistance, right? So that was a take profit zone here. If this 4 hour can close above this resistance, it looks okay, but taking profits at this zone is not a bad idea. Okay, look what's going on here. Let's lock in. One minute for this candle to close. And it rips. See the 1 minute. Good, did not rush into that. See, waiting for this 5 minute close here, see if it can close below. If the 5 minute can close below here, I'll probably give this a shot here. Put my stop loss above the highs. And target down to around 183. See if we can get maybe down to 182,900. Three trades on gold and I'm calling it a week for me till next week. You're down 3%. Unfortunate, man. Yeah, NFP week on gold can be difficult. Can definitely be difficult. Took the counter trend on GU. Nice. I just think long term, yeah, I think it could be a little bit tricky this early. I prefer structure above long term. I mean, it did work out now, but just be careful with this, you know. Long term, you want to see structure above. Got it. I just saw a lot of volume, so took small risk. Yeah, I mean, to give it a shot, you can. I mean, once you accept, you know how much you're risking, then, you know, it's totally fine, right? You know what happens. You either win or lose. Pretty simple. Half my profit from yesterday. Yeah, not bad. I'm glad we waited for 5 minutes here to close below. We're seeing a little bit of Gbp strength come in, right? We're seeing the Gbp strength come in because GU is going up. So this is impacting GJ here. Better to trade USD JPY. USD is weaker. Yes, I mean, since I focus on GJ, that is my pair. That's why I'm looking at GJ here. But if you do trade USD JPY, then yeah, it's the same bias, right? Still have that bearish bias. And this thing is moving down pretty easily here. Let's see where I would have gotten. Yeah, probably break of this lows. That's probably where my entry would have been here, or on this close here. Can we buy GBP now? It's on support. You can do whatever you want to do. It's your plan, right? It's your plan. So we're finally seeing GJ slow down here. So we're seeing it struggle at this level here, which makes me hesitant to try just rip any quick sells here. And we're getting close to London Open here. So London might give a bit of a pullback here, we could see. What is gold up to? Gold is still in this range. Goddamn, you pushing now after I press the sell button? You mean after you close your trade, not push the sell button. You didn't take a sell, I hope. Gold will break up. It won't do anything until it leaves this range here. I think if it continues in this range, then it will probably find some sort of resistance. Maybe it could push up here to 31 first. But as long as it respects that, then it probably comes back down to retest 2025 and sticks within that range. V incoming? What, on GJ? Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised. I wonder if we could counter trend this if London volume comes in. I would need to see like a change of structure minimum though, so it will take some time. Okay, what we got going on here? I feel if we can have a 5-minute closing below the range, we could get some continuation here. Especially if this 15-minute closes a little bit stronger. If it closes bearish around below 200, would look good. Why not turn on the watermark so we can see? I don't like trading with a watermark. I'm bullish. You're bullish on GJ? Are you sure? Long-term bullish, you mean? Yeah. Below this low here. No, today bullish? Why are you bullish today? You're joking or you're not joking? Troubles breaking above, low probability to break through it. Through this range we will break, we will reject. Yeah, but we need to see set up 5 or something, then only we can counter trend. Right? It's too early. If you need to base it off a 4 hour though. Look, the 4 hour took its time. It came down, created support, then only. It's not gonna just one 5-minute candle gonna do, you know, that's, you can't predict it off that. And then this is too late to buy. You could buy above here, back above the range, to retest the bottom of the range here. I like point number 5, right? So point number 5, I agree with point number 5. Your point number 5, I agree with. But we need to wait for that. You can't just rip buy on this bearish candle close here. It could want to retest 183 first, right? That whole zone we could retest deeper. I don't disagree, guys. Higher time frame, I'm still bullish on GJ, but now momentum's towards the downside. So until we see a shift in momentum, we can't take a buy. I need to see a shift in momentum. Check 23rd of August, 1 hour, 4 hour. Yes, but we had shift of momentum, right? If you go back to that, it's not just like, look, we had here. This you're talking about, this right here, right? This is November. Where August, man? Can you send a chart? That's way too far. Yeah, but we're below this zone. We're way below this zone. This zone was up here, we're down here. And look how many times we didn't care about this zone. We popped up here, faked out, faked out, faked out. And look, it's not the first one that did it. First one retest, then the second time. The second time is the time we went, right? It's not going to happen in, you know, 5 seconds. Oh, wow. Getting a close below here. Need a top wick. Come on, give me top wick. Give me top wick. I need a top wick to enter this because I'm not getting caught in liquidity grab. Okay, here's a top wick coming. Beautiful. What are we looking like? Can we try a scalp here? We have a 1-to-1 if we can get to the bottom of the range here. I feel if we can flip here, we can get like a small 1-to-1. Which is a scalp I'm going to try. But again, guys, this is the lows. Very risky place to sell. Selling the lows, of course. But I do like the idea in terms of continuing momentum. So if momentum is going to continue, then I feel this is my only shot. I do not like selling the lows here. But if momentum is going to continue, then that's my only shot here and I have to give it an option. If not, I'm wrong. I don't like selling the lows, again, as I said. But I don't mind giving myself a small shot here. There's a 1 hour support. Yeah, around 90. Yeah, we should watch for that, to be honest. Yeah, it's very close to that. Let me go see it. 1 sec. I'm not going to rip sell at the moment. Let me just go analyze this. Thank you for pointing that out. How does that look on 30? is also a 30-minute support. Yes. Good. Risky zone. 15. What is it on 15? Yeah, it's also 15. Yeah, that's a strong support. Yeah, I don't want to be messing into that, to be honest. You are correct. Yeah, I'm not gonna... Even though I feel, though, if we can flip, we'll probably break through it. But the probabilities of it rejecting there, probably not a good idea. 1 hour no top wick either. It's not gonna make a top wick, I don't think, brother. You don't have to. There's no candle. With this momentum, there's no candles with top wicks. You're welcome. Seems best to stay out. Yeah, I do think this can still play out. If you want to give yourself a risky shot, you can, just to use momentum. But at the end of the day, I can't complain. Beginning of the month, we're only the 6th, and already we've taken 4 trades here. So I don't need to push anything too hard. So it's December as well, so let me not be that aggressive. It's a day to stay out of GJ. I think I can agree here. Even if this ends up going down, I feel like it would be better if we had more clarity. I think, personally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it safe and just wait for a pullback. I think that will be nicer clarity. Or if we get a change of structure from here, in London, I might try counter trend. Especially since this move happened all overnight, London might want to come in and reverse it out of this zone. Because everyone is going to be trying to sell this, right? So it won't be out the surprise. Like, think about it. Let's think about it logically. If you were someone trading the GBP in London, would you come into London and start selling the GBP? Like, there's no catalyst reason for the GBP to be weak. We don't have a catalyst, so we could see that strength come back in. Yeah, it seems best to stay out. Yeah, I think it's safer long term, you know? Yeah, we might miss out on a 20 pip move, but hey, we just made 20 pips the other day, so it's not like you miss out every time. Love you, man. Do you offer mentorship? We have an exclusive group, and sometimes if you stay in tune, you will see that I open one-on-ones, but very rarely do I open one-on-ones. Gold trying to break out? It's still at the top of the range. GJ giving hard time. I mean, New York session, GJ knows we take a relationship break in New York session. And then gold giving me hard time because it's NFP. Possible buys on gold? Not at the top of the range. That's the worst place to buy, is the top of the range. You need to leave this range. So above 20, basically 32 here. So you still have 20 pips until looking for potential buys here. Because you need it to close above. So closing at 20.31.900 is not going to be good enough of a close. So you need to close above. So you're probably looking at 20.32 here. Buying inside this range, I'm really not comfortable at the top. I think the best buys, if you're going to buy, is what Kareem did in our group, is from the bottom of the range. Safest place to buy. That's okay. GU gave profit, but you're still not going to lie. It hurts when you see that kind of move. Think of GU sell if form setup 2. Lol, max pain. Pass my funded account in one shot. Gonna go cry in the corner now. What's GU doing? GU going like a rocket? Oh, yeah. I think this was this was a good day to use the 1 minute squeeze, huh? Look at how good the 1 minute squeeze was on this. Should have squeezed the shit out of it. Probably this would have, even this could probably still hold. Anything breaking below this, get out. GJ is going up. Yes, it is going up. We are seeing London maybe come in with a reversal here. 8 minutes. 8 minutes till this closes. We'll see if we can get some sort of change of structure or something. New name, Harry Too Sharp, slicing through these markets. Yeah, these are treacherous markets. This is like where December will eat you up, right? Is if you, like, there are good moves here, but if you just try to mess yourself up, then it's tough. But I'm pretty impressed to see how much of you guys are pretty disciplined during this move. I remember you guys around 3-4 months ago, whenever you see a big move here, everyone's panicking, including YouTube chat. Almost 700 of us in here. Appreciate everyone showing up, and YouTube chat's not going crazy. Can you explain your strategy? Yeah, using price action to trade between zones on candle closures. That's the easiest how to explain my strategy. Trading psychology and emotions are so hard to control when you're in a live trade. Yeah, man, it's crazy. And then you look back at it, and it's completely different. What is a salary play? I don't know what a salary play is, brother. Playing your salary? Patience building up, yes sir. In gold sells, is that a good idea? We don't have resistance form yet. If we had resistance, I'll agree with your gold sell idea. So if this can, maybe in 6 minutes, if this can flip and break the low, is where your sells would make more sense here. But that's the exact same trade I took yesterday, and it was not nice to me. Exact same spot. Only later did it play out. Harry, almost at 40k subs. What are we at? How many subs are we at? How can I see? 36. Oh yeah, a bit more. 4k subs. We need 4k. Morning boss was sick. Oh man, welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you feel better now, man. We need. If you guys are enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you're new, to show up to future streams, you'll get notified when we go live. So be sure to do that. And yeah, maybe we can hit the 40k. That's Don Vo terminology. Pineapple, celery, and onion plays. Yeah, I guess that's the name of his trades, maybe. I mean, we're still seeing it reject, though. It's still respecting highs here. Respecting highs. Setup 5 here would be ideal. Thoughts on UJ? It will be very similar to GJ. Yeah, my thoughts on UJ are same as GJ. Yen strength coming in. I think UJ level, yeah, we just tapped it. This is target for UJ, so until we get below here, there's no continuation. But once we get below there, I think we could still see continuation here. This is a difficult range to go below. I was speaking about UJ, not GJ. He was asking about UJ. Yeah, it's not easy sells. It's kind of it's hit target. I think you have to like 183 here. You have to 183 and then you kind of have to make a decision as just like a whole psychological number to tap back into. But yeah, basically 182.9, that's support down there. That's like max target at the moment. But if we start to create resistance below, then it's a pretty open shot, right? Every time we close below that, we basically melt. So could melt through that. Be interesting to see if how this candle closes. If this candle closes strong bullish, it will be the first engulfing candle that we've seen in a very long time. What's your idea on gold before news today? What news do we have on gold today? We have unemployment claims. Yeah, I do think news will probably do like a liquidity grab today. You'll probably see a spike to the upside, spike to the downside, mess everybody up, and then NFP gives you the real move. NFP and unemployment rate, this gives you the real move tomorrow. Right? It is NFP. We do see gold normally not trend till after NFP. Italian bank holiday tomorrow. What is it in Italy tomorrow? All my Italians in the group. What's going on in Italy tomorrow? What would you be looking for if you were to be in a buy position for GJ? Probably some sort of change of structure. Pasta day? Don and Harry are cautious traders with discipline. Respect both of them. Yeah, I respect all traders who trade live and do it consistently. It is definitely something that's not easy to do. And if you guys think it's very, very easy to come and talk about your ideas and show what you're doing, it's not easy. You have to have full confidence in your idea. And many furus can't do it because they just can't sustain it. They can't sustain it. They can't sustain. If you think it's stressful enough trading for yourself, trade in front of a lot of people. Trade in front of an audience. You're basically like a football player, you know? They score a goal, everyone's their friend. They miss a goal, they're called an idiot. Oh, he's such an idiot. And they're standing in the stadium with a pint of beer, never even run a fucking mile in their life. It's the same thing. So you have to give respect to all of those guys who show up consistently. London open here, 1 hour candle closing above this 30-minute. 30-minute candle also closing bullish here. 15-minute candle closing bullish as well. When did you start trading full-time? I decided to go full-time when I did okay in crypto. So when I withdrew some profits, then I decided to full-time trade. But I did have other businesses going on. What the fuck is that, man? Some sort of bug here. Needs to be gone. Thank you very much. Here you go, rejection incoming. If my analysis plays out, it will give me so much confidence. Rejection of what incoming? Don't worry about analysis. What's your plan to take a trade here? This is what we should be focusing on. You waiting setup 5. You waiting just break of this high. I think aggressively break of this high. If you run the same 4-hour stops you had, aggressively can be break of this high. If not, if you want to do a session trade, then I think more of like a waiting for at least 5 close above daily support or something. Lucky bug, it wants to trade. It's stealing all my positions. Good we didn't take the trade. Yeah, patience plays off. Would 15k be enough to quit and go full time? Only trading funded? Trading funded is not okay to go full time, because if that funded account gets taken away from you for any reason, you're in a very tough spot. So unless you have multiple funded accounts with different companies, then at least you have a backup. So that's the only difference. So if you're going to go full time with funded accounts, you need to have multiple. So if one of them either blows up, or one of them denies you a payout, or one of them doesn't allow you to do XYZ, then at least you have others as backups that can pay you, right? Because remember, with a funded account, you're one step away from being back to zero. Gold close with rejection? Yeah, it did. But I'm not touching gold till after NFP. What do you think about EA? If you're buying an EA from anyone, it probably won't work. That's my advice. Most EAs out there for sale don't work. The most EAs that work aren't for sale, and I think that's a fact. So that's my new way of anyone asking me about EA. If it's for sale, it doesn't work. If it's not for sale, it probably works, but then you don't have access to it. You can fund your own account with funded prop firm account? Yes, exactly. That would be the ideal scenario. How much capital do you need to go full time? Depends on how much you need to earn per month, right? So equate, if you want to only make an income from trading, you need to equate what's your average. So take a low month. You need to have savings to go full time. There's no question about that. You can't work paycheck to paycheck as a trader. That's not possible. It's not possible to work paycheck to paycheck as a trader. It's just too much. And you put too much stress. I've never seen it being successful. You need to have some form of savings. You know what I'd be interested to see here? This would be super nice if we could see this. If we could see price do something like this. Right? We come back into this rejection zone, like we're doing now. You see price do something like this. Maybe it does it like this with a long wick, something like this. Maybe taps 183, or maybe even it closes below, right? And then you see the next candle, right? You see the next candle maybe form a support like this, and then the next one give you a close above like that, right? This setup here, after seeing this down here, something like this will give you an amazing, I think this will at least give you up to here, and you could look to continue. Now, whether this just ends up being a pullback for New York to continue back down, we can't say. But this would be something I'm very interested in. And this is a very similar trade that I've taken in the past. Let me show you. Look at this. Let's go find it. Like this. This is the one here, right? Look at this. Exactly the same. Heavy push down. Heavy push down during Asian session. Fills the whole LTA. And then you get this type of setup. This is something I'd be interested in. And this is what I'm going to wait for. Right? Even though, yes, it did not end up reversing from here, but it gives me the shot to trade this LTA here, to trade a pullback with confidence. So if I see, even if this candle closes bearish and the next one closes above, I can give that a shot. You have about 3K in bills every month, so I need to make about 6K a month at least to cover 6 months. You need to have saved up probably around $30,000 to $60,000. 1 year to 2 years worth of savings where you can safely go full time and not have any worries. Because if you have a break-even month, a losing month even, you're not going to worry about it, right? You're just going to focus on your trading, which is important. Trading already psychologically is very hard, but when you have to try hit a paycheck, so to make 3,000 a month, you need to probably need somewhere around like, a $5,000 account. $5,000 account, you can look to make 8 to 10%. You'll be able to make 3K a month. $50,000 account. Pretty easily. Now, if you risk 3% of that, that's a lot easier. You can make a lot more. How big of a personal account you need to make 6K? Well, depends how consistent you are. The more consistent you are, the more you can trade a personal account, right? So, the more you can risk per trade in a personal account. So, you could risk up to 3%. So, probably a 25K account will do for 6K. Bit of continuation here we're getting. This 5 minute here closes in 10 seconds. This could give an option here, quick 12, 13 pips here. If you get a top wick, close no bottom wick. Up and open no top wick. I'm waiting for that setup that I talked about. For me, it's not valuable 13 pips here. Even if it pushes more below, it is what it is. Plus, I wouldn't have entered this because I would want a top wick. So with 150K account, 50K. So would around 150K, 50K account and 100 savings be okay? I've been consistent for 6 months, but only with funded. Yeah, that's over, right? For you only need 1 year worth of savings. So look at around 60K, right? Less. 30, like 40K worth of savings. Are you watching out for a potential liquidity sweep right now? Yes, potentially. But I would need confirmation. I wouldn't buy off a liquidity sweep. I would buy off support forming after doing this type of liquidity sweep here. You need to be profitable for at least 1 year before you can go full time though. I think that is minimum how long you can be profitable for. Minimum. I definitely agree. You need to experience one market cycle. I mean, I can't believe still people haven't... Patience these days is completely screwed, right? I mean, people don't understand how long things take. Good things take time. You know, it's such a normal conversation. I've been trading for about a year and a half, but only been profitable for 6 months. Yeah, give it a year, man. Make sure you're profitable for the rest of the 6 months. I'm gonna use a 0.5, risking $50 to make 200. Well, how do you know you'll make 200? You need to target what the market gives you. Whatever your target is how much you're gonna make. You can't dictate, I want to make $200 by risking 50. Otherwise, I'll sit here and say I want to risk 1,000 and make 10,000 today. It's not, doesn't work like that. Gold breaking trend line. Yeah, gold trying to break up here. Again, we're still at the top of the range. Until you have something closing above here, there's no real options. And I'm not trading gold till after NFP. Get a lot of fake outs, a lot of inconsistencies. Just be very careful here. Be very, very careful. You can imagine all the pressure when all you have is trading. Especially if you're working paycheck to paycheck. You're probably going to force something and then lose. Pretty good 15-minute close here. I do feel if you break the low of this 15-minute close, will give you a shot towards the downside here. How much, I can't tell. After such a heavy move, I'm personally going to sit out of it. It's very extended, this move. I would prefer to see deeper pullback to try sell at this point. I don't just like the idea of selling lows, selling lows, selling lows, selling lows. If you do try sell these lows, I would probably run stops above this 15-minute high, but any 5-minute candle closing back inside the range, you would just be done with it. There's no point of trying to hold that at that point. Your patience, Harry, probably the key reason I started following you and joined the exclusive. The first stream I watched, there was a 100 pip rip and you happily watched it go because there was no entry. Yes, it was difficult, and here we're in the same spot. I've been making a monthly salary in a week for a while now, and it makes me feel like I should quit your job, but your job gives you security. Now you're just making much more money. So if you can sustainably do that, then you'll be ready to quit your job. But what happens if the next month you start losing? At least you'll have your job as a backup and you won't have pressure that you just did quit your job. So slowly migrate into it. Don't do it too fast. Ain't December market the slowest? That's what people say, but there will be moves. I mean, there's news catalyst behind this move. The point is that do you have to force things here? Like, you know, selling the absolute lows right now, you think is a great idea? Yes, it can work, but come on, like, it's been such a huge move here. I mean, since we moved, like, you know, 200 pips almost. Like, it just feels bad selling the lows just to try catch a quick thing here, you know? Yeah, it can work out, but I rather see something more decent. If this happened a little higher up, yeah, sure. But look, we're seeing price slow down. We're seeing it struggle. I just don't need to put myself in that position where it can potentially just lose here. But if you want to give yourself an option here, then that would be the setup. We have a setup 1 here technically, right? Again, you just have to run 30 pip stops. Your watch zone is 8 pips away. And then, you know, potentially you could look to melt below this. Yeah, you can look to entertain here maybe. 8.4 to 8.74. So that gives you 8.74, gives you, you know, 16 pip move here you have potentially. But yeah, I'm gonna be waiting here, guys, probably for deeper pullbacks to continue down, or if that plan I discussed. So you guys, if you guys did listen to the plan that I told you about, if that happens, I'll be happy to take that counter trend option. And this would be a nice liquidity grab here. So that's basically what I'm going to be looking for here. And that's what I'm going to wait for. So unfortunate that so early we had such a rip down here. There was no entry for me to get into this. And right now it's trying to make up its mind. So I don't want to just jump into anything, FOMO, sell the lows. At this point here, I need pullbacks to continue. So if I'm going to look for sells, I need a deeper pullback, resistance form, and then I can sell like that. That's the best way for me to sell in this moment here. Just trying to catch the, you know, the scraps here, I'm not really interested in. You know, the main meat of the move has already been done. Anything now is catching scraps, and if volume comes in, you get lucky, you get the continuation. You know, otherwise, I think, you know, it's better to wait. It's better to wait for, you know, more of a solid option here. And maybe you could trace, you know, if price does want to retrace out of here, I can look to trade some of that. So that's exactly what I'm going to wait for. So yeah, you know, we'll pick it up tomorrow. NFP day tomorrow. So New York probably not a no trade day on New York tomorrow. We'll see if London ends up giving us opportunities to do something with this move that's happened. And then we'll take it from there. So that being said, guys, take care. Trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.